Okay, welcome back. Today is your first module, and today is very, very important. We're talking about mindset. If you get this right, this is going to be hands down the most important part of your journey. I want you to hear that again. Your mindset is the most important part of your journey. You are golden if you can get this down. Think about it. The most successful people in the world are the people that are able to control their mindset. So think about it. What drives you? It's one of two things. It's either inspiration or desperation. So you're either inspired to do something, or you're doing it out of sheer desperation. You have no other choice. You have to do it. Either way, it's the same thing. It's still driving you to complete a task or a chore, whatever it is. You're either driven by inspiration or desperation. So hopefully after today, you're going to be in better control of your mindset, and you're going to be able to control that you are inspired to do the things that you want to do. Whatever reason has brought you here today, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to work through this with you, and I'm going to tell you a secret. There's 4 simple things to achieving any goal you have. Any goal in the world, if you use these 4 steps, you can achieve it. So here we go. The first step is know where you're going. What is your goal? Where do you want to go? Number 2 is take massive action to get there. Number 3 is review your actions and make sure your actions are moving you closer towards your goal. And number 4 is redirect or make any corrections that you need to. That's it. That's so simple. Know where you're going. And then take massive action to get there. And then review your actions to make sure you're on course, and then redirect or make corrections where needed. So in order to cement this in your mind, I'm going to tell you stories that will help you connect the two. I hope you're writing this down. I hope you're taking notes, and I hope that you are going to refer back to this. Don't just take the note and never look back at it. You need to write those 4 things down, and then you need to fill it. You need to answer those questions. And then you need to put action behind it. So let's say that you decide that you want to take a trip. So I'm in North Carolina, if you can't tell by my southern accent. And let's say that I want to take a trip to Florida. So that's my goal. I want to go to Florida. So I can just go out there just like I am right now, go get in my car, and then just go. What are the chances of me succeeding? Pretty low, because I have no plan in place. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't think about it. I just got in the car and I'm just randomly going to drive and take different roads and hope that I miraculously wind up in Florida. No, but that's what people do with an online business, and they expect to succeed. You have to have structure. You have to have a system in place, and that's what we're going to teach you in this program. Do not quit. Complete this program. So what's a better plan? A better plan is to load your destination in your GPS. What part of Florida do you want to wind up? Let's say you want to go to Miami or Florida Keys. I've always wanted to go there. It's gorgeous water. Okay, you want to go to Florida Keys. So then you find out exactly which hotel you want to go to, and then you put that address in your GPS. You pack your bags. You make sure you're prepared. You get your car checked. You make sure the tires, the brakes, it's got plenty of gas. Everything's safe on your car, safety check. And then you make sure you've got the clothes you need, the food you're going to need, and the money you're going to need for your trip. Then you go out, you get in your car, you've plugged your address in your GPS, and then you start driving. And you're following the GPS guidelines. And what happens when you get off course? Recalculating, and it tells you how you can get back on course and how you can still get to your destination. That's the same thing about our 4 goals. The step 3 is you're recalculating. And then step 4 is you redirecting your efforts, getting you back on course. So look, every step forward is one step closer to your destination. This is not a fast game. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting hard work, taking action, and you will eventually reach your goal and be able to earn the money you want to earn. If you have the knowledge and you take action and you don't quit, you will figure this out and you will be able to have a successful online business. Now, I can't tell you how much success you're going to have because I don't know your work ethic. And I don't know how you're going to follow exactly what I'm telling you either. But those are the 4 things that you've got to do. So you can have anything that you want in life. You just have to set your goal and you need to write it down. Write down what is your goal and be definitive about it. Don't just say, I want to lose weight. You've got to put a number on it. So with your goal, don't just say, I want to get rich. You've got to say, if it's weight, okay, I want to lose 10 pounds. Or, okay, I want to earn $10,000 a month. Whatever your goal is, put it down on paper. That's your goal. That's your destination. And then what massive action do you need to take to earn $10,000 a month? What do you need to do? That's your massive action. And then you review the action that you've taken and you make sure that you're getting $1 closer every day. You're earning more money and you're getting closer to your $10,000 goal. And if not, then you need to redirect and start over. So your mindset plays a big part of your success. It affects your confidence, it affects your beliefs, and it plays a bigger role in your success than most people believe. And I think this is the part that most people in other courses leave out. And it's a big mistake. It's doing you an injustice because you need to have the right mindset going into this world. Your mind is a powerful instrument and you need to use it in your favor. You don't need to let it work against you. Remember, you are in control. I heard a story. I'm not sure if I heard it from Tony Robbins or Dean Graziosi. One of the courses that I've taken, I heard this story, and it really resonated with me, and I could really relate. So I'm going to tell it to you. It's the 68 degrees premise. What that means is we all have thermostats in our house, and we all set it at whatever degree we want it to be at. Mine in the winter is 68 degrees. Now I have it warmer in the summer, but in the winter I have it on 68 degrees. And so what happens? 68 degrees, the air shuts off. If it gets below 68 degrees, the heat turns on and heats the house back up to at least 68 or 69 degrees. And then when it gets to 69, maybe 70, it shuts off again. And then it stays off till it drops down to whatever that temperature is again. Maybe a 67, whatever it is. And your thermostat kicks on again and does the same thing. Well, the exact same premise works for your success. You have a preset mind. What am I trying to say? You have a predetermined mindset. That's the word that was escaping me. I'm sorry about that. You have a predetermined mindset right now with the amount of success you believe you can achieve. And that's your 68 degree level. So when you're working according to plan, you're going like you think you should, everything's in motion, 68 degrees, that's it. That's where your mind's going to shut off. You're going to be like, okay, I'm here. This is my optimal performance level. I'm at 68 degrees. I mean, you might get up to 70, maybe 71, but then you're going to slack off. You're going to shut down. You're going to self-sabotage. You're going to do whatever you can to get back in line with your belief. Again, your mind is a powerful instrument, and your mind is in control of everything. So if your mind tells you, no, you cannot ever lose weight, And guess what? You're never going to lose weight. You've got to change your mindset. Doesn't matter how many diets you take, your mind is going to set your body up and make sure that you don't lose weight. You're going to hoard the fat. Your mind has got to tell your body, burn that fat. So you need to continuously tell yourself, my body is a fat burning machine. And then your mind makes sure that your body is a fat burning machine. It truly works that way. So the same way as with your success. So you need to predetermine right now, what level do you want to achieve? So if you think you're only capable of earning $100,000 a year, that's all you're going to earn, because that's what you believe. And your mind is going to make sure that you achieve what you believe. So if you believe you have limitless power, and you have limitless ability, then you take the blinders off, you take the limits off of your life, and the sky is the limit. And that's how I want you to operate. I don't want you to have limits on your life. I don't want you to self-sabotage. I don't want you to use the 68 degrees. I want you to set that much higher. And then I want you to take massive action, and I want you to continue to work and to roll and until you achieve goals beyond your wildest expectations. So when you start to succeed, your thoughts are going to kick in. They're going to tell you, wait, what are you doing? You can't do this. You're a fraud. You're a failure. You're too stupid to do this. What are you doing? People aren't going to believe this. You're just a fraud. We all hear that. We all have that voice, and it's your job to shut that voice down. You've got to decide that you are in control of your mind, you're in control of your thoughts, and you're in control of your destination. So look at the Roger Bannister story. We have all heard this numerous times. Roger Bannister is the guy that ran a mile in under 4 minutes. Up until that point, it had been years and years and years of people trying to run a mile faster than 4 minutes, and it couldn't be done. The thought was the human body cannot do it. It is just physically impossible for the human body to run a mile faster than 4 minutes. Well, Roger Bannister was like, no, I do not accept that. I am going to do it. I'm going to train myself. I'm going to train my mind. I'm going to see myself running the mile in under 4 minutes. And I'm going to do it. And guess what? He did. And after years and years and years of people trying and failing, after he did it, numerous people were able to do it because that belief was shattered. They no longer had that false belief of it can't be done. And once you see somebody else has done it, then you realize, okay, we're both human. If they can do it, I can do it too. Your beliefs play a huge role in your life and in your success. Okay, now you know how to achieve any goal in your life. And here's the secret sauce. The secret sauce is to model someone else. You model someone who has already accomplished what you want to accomplish. And you've already done that. You've purchased this course. So you are on the right path. You're speeding up your chances of success, and you're increasing your chances of success by learning from someone who has already been there and is willing and wanting to help you. So your words matter, your thoughts matter. You will become what you're saying about yourself. So what are you saying about yourself today? Do you focus more on negative or positive thoughts? Do you pay more attention to negative or positive thoughts? And do you pay attention to what you're saying about yourself? It does matter what you say about yourself. Now, are you paying too much attention to what others are saying about you? Now, that does not matter. But we all fall in that trap. I know I do. I struggle with that one every day. I pay too much attention to what other people think about me and what they say about me. But I use it as fuel. I used to love in sports. I'm a small frame person. I'm like 5'3", and in school I was like 110 pounds. So just a itty bitty girl. And I would get up to bat And coach would see me and he'd get out there, come in, come in. Okay, yeah. No, come on in more. Just embarrassing the mess out of me. I'm like, geez, they're telling everybody to come in. Well, instead of me hearing that mindset and saying, I can't do this, I'm too small, I'm too short, I said, okay, bring them on in. I'm in the mood for a home run. Bring them on in. And that's exactly what I would do. I would bust it over their head every time. I'd get a home run, and then I bet you money the next time I came up to bat, that coach was like, hey, back it up. Back it up. And then all the teams learned that I was much stronger, much better than I looked, and they would back up. So then I had to change my game, and I had to make sure I could place hit the ball. My dad would work with me, would get out there after he got home from work, and he would pitch to me for hours. And he would work with me he would tell me, okay, hit this one to right field. It's down first base line. And so I would hit the right field. And then he would pitch to me and say, okay, take this one down third base line. And then he would pitch, inside and out, no matter where he pitched it, I would hit it down third base line. So wherever he told me, I could hit it. And then the same way with, okay, hit this one over their head. And I knew how to hold my body, drop my shoulder and swing up, and I could hit it up higher versus hitting it down. I could hit it, swing down more, and it would hit it on the ground. So the same premise with your goal. You have to readjust when life throws curves at you. You have to realize you're in control of your mindset, you pay attention to what's going on, and you can change your direction. Where are you trying to go? Don't let fear stop you. We're all taught to be afraid. We're all taught that you're not supposed to fail, you're only supposed to succeed. So if you fail, stop trying. Don't do that because you're not supposed to succeed. Not supposed to fail. That's the wrong thought. I want you to fail as quickly as you possibly can because that's how you learn. That's how you grow. If you succeed in life, it's because you have learned from your failures. People that are talking bad about you, you've got to realize that they're talking bad about you because they're too afraid to try this themselves, or they tried it and they failed. So you've got to realize they're just jealous, and you've got to put it out of your mind, and you've got to stop reading it. Don't pay attention to the negative Nellies. Just let them go, let them say their thing, and let your actions speak volumes. I'm all about that too. Anybody can say something. I'm all about show me. Put your money where your mouth is. It's so easy to say something, but it's hard to put the actions in and make it happen. I had to learn this one the hard way too. A few months ago, last year actually, I got laid off in November of last year. I'm recording this one for you. I'm doing an updated version. I had already recorded the course, but I'm doing an updated version for you. So I'm recording this in September of 2021. So when I was still working for corporate America, my manager got fired and they promoted one of my coworkers. I actually applied for the job as well, but thank God I did not get it because this is what I was meant to do, not that. So my coworker got promoted, and I was like, okay, I can deal with this. That's fine. She's an intelligent lady. I'll just listen to what she says, no problem. Well, I'd been a manager for almost 7 years, had a successful team, getting top bonus, getting raises, well respected in my industry and well respected in the business, the company itself. So then we had a performance evaluation. Now, I got shifted we did handle workers' comp claims, and I was a supervisor. So I got shifted from handling state claims. So we handled all of the state of North Carolina, and that was I was on that team. There were 3 teams that did that. Well, we lost that contract, and all of those people got laid off, but by the grace of God, they saved my job, and they moved me over to the national account. Now, it didn't matter. It's the same thing. National accounts are just, your NICs, your accounts that are nationwide, or maybe some are worldwide. So I got shifted over. The law didn't change. The work doesn't change. You still investigate a claim. Everything's done the same way. There was no difference. Actually, it was tremendously harder to handle a state claim than it was to handle a national claim, because they had special little quirks. They had salary continuation. They had special guidelines that you don't have to have in workers' comp. So she was of the mentality that I didn't know how to handle state claims, national accounts. Although I had been in the industry for 28 years, and that's all I had ever done, all but the last 5 years of my career was handle national claims. So she put me under her person, her little pet, and told me to just do what she did. And I did. She's a great supervisor, but she had like 1 year of experience, so a little insulting to me, coming in with 7 years of experience, and here's 1 year and you're training me. Okay, whatever. So I did exactly what she said, and she made us use templates. So you had certain questions you had to answer on every single claim that we reviewed. And I cut and pasted those templates in my file, and I answered them exactly like she did. Some of them she just put a Y in, didn't even type out yes if they had done whatever the question asked. So I did exactly what she did. Well, months into this endeavor, here I am thinking I'm doing a great job, haven't heard anything. Then I have my first one-on-one with the new manager. And she proceeds to give me an hour and 15-minute beat down. I am not kidding you. It was an hour and 15 minutes about how stupid I am, how wrong I am, how I'm not adding value to the file, and I don't need to do my file notes like this, and why am I only putting a yes in there when I need to spell out why it's a yes? When did they do X, Y, and Z? I was like, well, that's not what I was taught. I was shown to do it this way. And just totally caught me off guard. So, when you get talked to in that manner, talked down to, I don't respond very well to that. So I lost control of myself. I got in a bad space. I kept telling myself, that she was right and I was wrong. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a bad supervisor. And I let her get in my head. I let her take control of my mindset. And that was wrong. Because after about 3 days of it, I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. I am an excellent supervisor. My team loves me. My team responds well. The accounts I'm on love me. I'm doing a great job. No, I am not going to let this get me down. This is one other point. Let me tell you this one. We have, you have to file forms with the state to let them know that you're paying them benefits. And in South Carolina, there's a Form 18 you have to file every 6 months. Letting them know what you've paid and what where you are in the claim. Now, there's a window. You can only file the form, like I said, every 6 months from the date of injury. So you got to file it on the date of injury, and then you got to file it 6 months later from the date of injury. And there's only a 5-day period. You can only file it 5 days early or 5 days late, or they fine you like $250. Well, when each adjuster has 120 claims, that can be a huge payday for the state. So I came up with an Excel spreadsheet. I went through every single claim that my team had. I found out all the South Carolina claims that they had. I put down the date of injury. I put down when the Form 18 was due. I would manually go in and look at all these claims every single month. I pulled it up. I would send them emails to make sure they filed their forms. Now, I would only send them emails if they didn't file it. So if they had filed the form, then I let it go. But I waited till the due date. So that way I knew they had 5 days to get the form filed. So that's when I would start emailing them and letting them know, hey, you got to file this form. And I would follow up and make sure they did it to prevent us from getting a fine. And it worked. We were not getting fines anymore. But you know what my new manager told me during that hour and 15-minute beatdown? She told me I was wrong and should not be doing that. She didn't want the adjusters depending on me. She wanted them setting diaries. Well, setting diaries wasn't working because the people that I took over had some of the largest fines in the office. And after I took them over, the fines went down dramatically. So that's just an example of how she came into it with the mentality that, oh, she's state, she doesn't know what she's doing. And I came into it with the mentality, she's a new manager, she thinks I'm stupid. And then we were both not interpreting each other correctly. Because I'm sure she came into it, she's a good person, she's a religious person, and I'm sure she came into it with the mindset of she wanted me to do better. And she wanted me to do it her way. And I came into it with the wrong mindset. I let her convince me that I was not a good supervisor. And that's a prime example of how you can easily get knocked off course. You've got to guard your mind. You've got to do this daily. You can't just do this. This is not a one and done. This is something I'm trying to teach you how to redo your life. Because you can't just say, okay, I've done my little sheet and now I know what to do. I know what my mindset is and that's it. No, this is something you've got to do daily. She knocked me out of being in a beautiful state. And that's what I prided myself in. I prided myself in being in a beautiful state. She took control of my emotions. She took control of my state. And that was not going to happen. So then, after 3 days of pouting and being angry, I took back my control. I took back my mindset. I took back my beautiful state. I got my desk caught back up again. I got everything in order, and I continued to protect my team from those fines of the Form 18 until they laid me off in November. So, whatever. I'm much better now. So, God knows how to get you where you're meant to be. So whatever you believe in, I'm not here to preach to you. I'm just telling you that's what I believe in, and I believe that He has a way of getting me to where I'm meant to be. So take control of your mindset, getting control of your state, and we're going to work more on that tomorrow as well, on your power moves. So how much time are you spending preparing your mind for your day? You need to prepare your mind, your spirit, your emotions for your day, the same as you prepare your body to go out. Most people get up. I know I get up, I take a shower every day. I do my exercises every day. I, do the makeup and the hair and brush my teeth and, make sure that I've dressed appropriately, iron my clothes, whatever's got to be done, make sure that I'm dressed appropriately to go out. How much time did I spend on my mindset? 0. Until I heard this premise from Tony Robbins. And I was like, okay, yeah, I need to start putting on the armor of my mind as well. You put on your suit of armor to go out to war, or you need to put on your mindset, the armor, your helmet. You need to put on your helmet every day as well. Prepare yourself. So now I have different things that I say every day to myself to make sure I'm living the life that I want to live. I take in positive messages, so I watch a 30-minute positive message every morning. I do that while I'm doing my exercises, so I'm doing 2 things at one time. And I prepare myself for the day. I remind myself that I'm in control of my mindset, I'm in control of my thoughts, I'm in control of my life. This is one area that nobody else can control. You are in control of your mind. And if you start taking time to prepare yourself for your daily challenges, you're going to see a different world. You've got to be congruent. And I'm talking about your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions all need to be congruent. If you're telling yourself you're too stupid to do this, but then you're projecting to the world, look, I'm confident. I know what I'm doing. I've got this. It's fake. And your body's going to be like, okay, I don't know what action to take because your mind is telling me you're too stupid to do this, but yet you're projecting out that you're confident and you've got this. I don't know which way to go. So you've got to be congruent. That's why you have stress in your life, or that's why I have stress in my life. I can only speak from experience about how it impacted me living a life like that. So I want you to take control of yourself and tell yourself that you have limitless power. I want you to set your 68 degrees as high as possible. Take the limits off of your life and watch where your life goes. I bet you will develop talents that you did not know you had. Here's another example. When I was in college, I played softball. And didn't get to play that much, but when I did play, I played second base, and I was turning a double play, and I stepped over the bag and threw the ball. Well, when I stepped over the bag and threw the ball to first, the girl tried to take me out, and she hit my leg that was planted and hyperextended my knee. Your knee doesn't shift from side to side. So she hyperextended my knee. I thought I tore my ligament. But I kept playing, but from then on, I had constant problems. My knee would pop, and it ached, and it just had problems. So I waited years before I went to the doctor. And I finally went to the doctor, and he was like, I think you've got torn meniscus. So you need to have surgery. So went in, had the surgery, cleaned it up, said, okay, you'll be playing softball in a month. Everything will be fine. Simple procedure, arthroscopic, no problem. So after the procedure, I had constant pain. So the doctor had me on crutches, and then every time I went back to the doctor, he kept telling me it was not supposed to hurt. So I kept saying, I don't know what to tell you. Every time I'm trying to walk, it's hurting. Therapy is hurting me. So he kept telling me that was not supposed to happen. He kept me on the crutches. Finally, I went to a second opinion because I was like, okay, we're months after this. I'm so much worse than I was before the surgery. Why did I even have this surgery? Well, what was happening was my kneecap was not tracking correctly. And the muscle I was building was on the outside of my leg, and it was causing my knee to pull out and dislocate. Well, I did need therapy, and the doctor kept telling me, the new doctor said, okay, it's going to hurt. You had surgery. It's all part of the healing process. You're not doing damage to yourself. You need to do the therapy to get back in shape, and everything's going to be fine. Well, once I heard that, nothing changed. My knee was still dislocating. My knee was still the same. I had still just had surgery. Everything was the same. The only thing that changed was my mindset, but I started getting better. I started healing. And it was a quick turnaround too, because my mindset changed. He kept telling me that I was not supposed to hurt. So when I felt pain, I told myself, no, shut down, you're not supposed to hurt. So I stopped doing what I was supposed to do. And my body responded to that as well. So you're going to face all types of challenges and ups and downs in this industry. I want you to have the mindset that you're in control of yourself and you're not going to quit, and you have limitless power. Remember, courage is acting in the face of fear. I need you to race to fail. I need you to race to fail as much as you can and not shut down. We let fear stop us. Remember, if you've had kids, when your baby was learning to walk and they fell, did you give them 6 tries and say, okay, that's it? You've fallen 6 times. I guess walking is just not for you. I guess you just are going to crawl the rest of your life. No, you let your baby fall as much as they need to learn how to walk. So you need to keep that in mind as well. When you fail, you need to realize, okay, this is just another bruise on my way to success. I didn't learn to walk when I first took the first step, but I didn't quit either. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. I heard that from Lisa Nichols recently at a UPW that I went to with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi. Unbelievable. So you need to remember that you are in this for the long haul, and this is your training field right now. You are in training for your business. If you join the military, do you think they would send you to war if you didn't go through basic training? If you didn't graduate from your boot camp, your basic training, do you think they would give you a gun and say, here, go to war? No, of course not. But yet we expect to go out and be able to start an online business and be able to do it with no training whatsoever, no experience, and expect not to fail. This is your boot camp. Finish this course. This is training for how you're going to treat your online business. If you don't finish this course, then you're going to do the same thing in your business. So know that you are unstoppable. Knowledge is power. Knowledge plus action is unstoppable. What do you want? Where are you going? If you knew that gold was buried in your yard, you knew 100%, one of your friends, as a gift to you, buried a treasure in your yard and told you, hey, there's $1 million buried somewhere on your property. And say you have 10 acres. So it's not going to be an easy find. But they don't tell you where it is and you have no map. Will you not dig until you die to find that gold? Yes, you would never quit. Online businesses are the same way. The gold is right there. You just have to get the map that you need to find the gold. You have to learn from others who have already been there, which is what you're doing here. You have to pay your dues and go through the courses and learn the knowledge that you need to do it. You have to take massive action, and you have to never quit. And you have to analyze what you're doing and make sure it's working, and then keep moving forward. On that same premise with the gold buried in your yard, I remember seeing an Instagram picture of this old miner, and it's a cartoon, and he's got this huge hole dug, there's dirt above him, dirt below him, and then this huge hole carved out. He's got a pick on his back, and you can see that if he hits the wall one more time, the gold is right there. All this gold is packed up. He can't see it. All he knows is it's been months and months and months, maybe years and years and years, and he has yet to hit gold, and he's giving up. It shows him turn around, head down, pick on his shoulder, walking out. One more hit, and he would have struck gold. That's what Russell Brunson says from ClickFunnels. You are one funnel away. Sean Cannell says you are one video away. He's a YouTube trainer that I learned from. So you are one step away. So now I think that I have motivated you enough. Here is your homework. Here is the most important part. You need to get this down, and you need to do it. Your homework is, I want you to write down the thoughts that you have throughout the day and the feelings that you have that are related to that thought. So I want you to keep a pad with you all day long. And as a thought comes in your head, good or bad, I want you to write it down. See how many times a negative thought pops up, and write it down. And I think that you're going to be shocked at how many negative thoughts you have throughout the day. Our brains are there to protect us. So when you're venturing out into an online business, this is foreign soil for your brain. Your brain doesn't have anything to compare it to, so your brain is trying to protect you. So your brain is telling you, wait, you can't do that. Don't step out there. We don't know what's going to happen. So your brain's that little negative monster inside your head is going to tell you, you're too stupid for this. You're too short for this. You're too young for this. You're too old for this. You're too tall for this. Whatever it is, you're too shy. You're too outgoing. You don't have the right personality for that. We all hear that voice. You have to shut it down. And this is your ammunition for that. This is your suit of armor. Write down every thought that you have throughout the day. And then analyze it. Read it aloud to yourself. I bet you that I know for myself, the things that I read aloud to myself, it was thoughts that I would no way ever say it to my worst enemy. Yet it's what I was saying to myself several times a day. But I didn't realize it until I stopped and took stock of what was happening in my thoughts. This is you controlling your mindset. Realize what you're saying to yourself and realize what impact it has on your body. And then I want you to analyze and fight the validity of it. Either prove that it's right beyond a shadow of a doubt, or prove that it's wrong beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I guarantee you, if you really do this concept, you are going to realize that a lot of thoughts that you have had from being a child were wrong negative beliefs. Wrong thoughts just that you had to protect yourself. And I think that you're going to realize when you have to actually prove it. Pretend like you're an attorney and you have to prove it in a court of law. Whatever the belief is, good or bad, you have to prove that it's legit and valid. And I think that you're going to blow up a lot of those beliefs. And then you can replace those with the true belief that you are intelligent, you are successful, you deserve success, and you are going to have success. This is going to change your life. You are going to take control of your thoughts. Nobody has control of your thoughts but you. You are going to reprogram yourself, and you are going to have a different life altogether. Your future is so bright. I need you to believe that, because your 68 degrees is being formed right now. So what level do you think you're capable of achieving? And then once you achieve that level, then I want you to bust through and set a new goal, much higher that you don't think you can obtain. And I want you to go after that goal. Thank you for listening to this. Thank you for watching this. Do your homework and come back to this module a lot. This is something you're going to need to listen to a lot and help keep you motivated. Thank you and enjoy your new mindset. Live in a beautiful state. See you tomorrow.